What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna show you guys the exact strategies on how to start your dropshipping store from scratch. A to Z, everything. Get your popcorn, get comfortable, because this is gonna be the only video you need to watch on dropshipping. Now, dropshipping can be super overwhelming with all the contradicting content out there on YouTube and the years of misinformation. Things might work for one person, but other things might not work for another, and you don't really know what works. Now, trust me, I've been there. I've been dropshipping for over 3 years now. We're running this strategy right now on our current stores. As you can see, we're running around a 1K a day store, and we just started a few days ago, so this strategy is proven and tested and works right now in 2021. Now, before we get started, you guys need to understand how dropshipping actually works. Essentially, you're buying your product for low on AliExpress, you're selling it for high on your Shopify store, and easy peasy, buy low, sell high. Pretty simple, right? But it's not always like that. You see, most of the time you need traffic to your website so people can actually buy. And how do you get that traffic? There's a couple different ways. There's Instagram influencers, Facebook ads, and TikTok ads, which we'll go over all of those step by step at the end of this video, so make sure to stick around. Now, there are 4 main strategies when it comes to dropshipping. You have your website, you have your product, then you have your content, and you have your advertising strategy. And as a bonus, logistics like order fulfillment, customer service, but that only matters after you have a winning product, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
That just yet. Essentially, it's just like retail arbitrage: buy low, sell high, and watch the money come in. So first, you have your website where you drive traffic to there so people can buy your product. Now, your product page is the most important part on your website. 70% of people don't actually go on your homepage and scroll around through your about us and contact us, so don't worry about that too much. Make sure your product page looks solid. Now, as for building your website, Shopify is super easy to use with all of their templates. Essentially, build your own website within just pretty much an hour.
Are you serious?
Now, what I would recommend for your product page is downloading an app called Pagefly. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I've been using it on all of our stores. We use it for all of our clients, and it really does make a difference in the conversion rate because you could do things on that product page that you can't do on just the Shopify basic layout. Now, as for finding a winning product, there's tons of ways to find products online. First, you can just scroll through Instagram or Facebook and TikTok now and literally look at products or other people's ads that advertise to you, and you could like, comment, go on their website, add that product to cart so you get targeted by their pixel, and Facebook knows to serve you more dropshipping ads because that's what you're interested in. Now, as for TikTok, I would also just scroll through the For You page and constantly get either other people's ads or organic content of dropshipping type products so you guys can keep up with all of the e-commerce trends. Now, this is the best strategy for finding winning products right here, right now. Make sure you guys are taking notes.
Take notes, freshman. This is as close as you're gonna get to plan.
Going on TikTok, you're typing in the search bar, hashtag TikTok made me buy this, and you're literally scrolling through and you're finding products that are actually working right now, the products that look cool to you, that have really good content attached to them, and that have a lot of views and likes, so you know that it's not saturated and people are actively looking into it now. In 2021, TikTok is on top because the For You page and the targeting is so good and content can easily go viral. Which brings me to my next pillar, which is the content. Similar to the product research method, as we're finding products, we're also seeing the content that works with those products. Now, in the beginning, you can actually copy the content that you're seeing on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, and you could run it as an ad of your own. This is super easy to do. All you have to do is take out their TikTok logo using a TikTok logo remover, and then you could run that as your own ad on TikTok ads. TikTok is so new, they could still copy other people's content and kind of get away with it. Don't tell anyone.
You kidding me? I'm in.
I told you, but this is what's working right now, and you guys could hop on that. But after you test the product and you're seeing that you are getting sales through it, I would highly recommend you guys go and order your own content, Fiverr or Upwork, or get a content creator to film for you, or even send it to a TikToker for free and have them film for free product. Once you see that the product is working and it's bringing you in money, I would do that right away so you don't risk the copyright content or anything like that. As for Facebook and Instagram, there's tons of content out there on the AliExpress listing itself, or you could take that product image on AliExpress AliExpress, and you could actually do a Google Images search on Google, and you could see other competitors and other videos on YouTube, Vimeo, or tons of other video platforms that have this type of content. And I would really recommend you guys learn how to actually video edit yourselves. It's a super valuable skill that you're gonna need in the long term, and it's really not that hard, and it's a good skill for you to learn as a beginner. When you do that Google image search, now you have tons of other competitors that you could copy their description. You could see what's working for them. You could see the type of ads they run if you go on their Facebook page, and then look at the ads they're running, if they're currently running ads, or the videos they've uploaded. Tons of ways to look at your competitors and use that for yourself. No need to recreate the wheel. Now, all of that is great. You could have the best website, the best content, and advertise the best product, the fidget spinner in its prime, but if you don't know what you're doing when it comes to ads, it won't matter. Which leads me to my last pillar, the advertising strategy. Now, there's three main ways to advertise in 2021 that currently is working. The first way is Instagram influencers. Send a product to an influencer, either if it's on Instagram or TikTok, and then you have them promote that product either for free or you pay them. That's one way to do it. The pros of that is that you now have content that the influencer created, unless it's like an Instagram page, and then you just, send them a video for them to advertise themselves. But most of the time, if the video flops or the creator really doesn't have that much engagement, nothing might happen, and it's not a sustainable way unless you have a string of content creators on a schedule ready to keep posting and you have consistent sales coming through. But it is a good way to validate your product if you don't know if it's a winner yet. Now, the strategy that is most tried and true is Facebook ads. This is our primary way of advertising for myself, for my agency, for my clients, and what most people are doing because it has been around for over a decade and we know that it works. Now, the problem with Facebook is that there's so many users and advertisers on it, so if your content isn't good or you're not giving something to the market that it needs or it wants, your product will simply not work and you're just gonna end up wasting your ad money. Now, as for Facebook ads, I probably spent around $70 to $100 testing that product to see if it has signs of life, which is essentially add to carts and sales. And if you get a couple add to carts but no sales, maybe try running it a little bit further, maybe try optimizing the landing page a little bit, give it that salt and pepper and see what will work. If you're really good with content and videography and you understand creative, then you could actually send that product to your own house, get your friends, hire actors, just film it yourself and create your own piece of custom content that the market hasn't seen before, and that's how a product can blow up. A lot of people want to talk about saturation and products don't work, but the market is never saturated for a good product with good content on a good angle that hasn't been shown before. Good content is never saturated. But also, that is a lot of work and that might take you a lot of time for a product that might not work. So if you're really confident in that product, I would go ahead and take those steps to do that. But if not, you could just copy content at the moment, and then you could test it, and if it works, then you order the product to your house or you hire a content creator and then you create more content to scale your winner. Now, as for Facebook ads, you would go ahead and create a Facebook page, you would create your business manager, and you would get started. You fill in your information, then you add in your Facebook pixel. This is so you collect data and you could retarget people. So when people visit your website, who's more likely to buy? Someone who's brand new or somebody who's already been to your website? So you could run traffic and run retargeting in the background, but honestly, I wouldn't do that unless you at least have a couple $1,000s of ad spend so you actually have good data to retarget to. Now, as for creating your campaign, you're gonna wanna create it, and then I would do 7 to 10 ad sets each, single interest each. And as for targeting, a lot of people get stuck up on this. Let's say you're advertising a dog product or a baby product. Don't overcomplicate it. Put in dogs, put the suggestions, and look at other suggestions that Facebook gives you that are good audiences to target for your product. As for babies, you could target babies, you could target newborns, you could target new parents, because the babies aren't buying it, parents are, so I would target the parents and their interests. But that's just one example. I wanna make sure you guys don't get stuck up on this part because a lot of people do, and it really doesn't matter because Facebook's targeting is so good that even if you run no interest, which we sometimes do, which I wouldn't recommend if you're a beginner, but we run no interest and that works as well, just to show you how good Facebook's targeting is. Now, after you launch your ads with your website, with your product, with your content looking clean, I would leave it for up to 2 to 3 days, spending around $70 to $100 per ad set. I would spend around $5 to $10 per ad set, then leave it for 2 to 3 days and then see how it would run. if you, after 2 to 3 days, you are seeing sales or you're at least breaking even, I would cut the ad sets that didn't make sales and then ramp up the ones that did, or duplicate those interests to try new interests, or simply duplicate the existing ad set that's working. Now, if you are profitable and you did make sales and you made more money than you spent, then I would take that money immediately, invest it into other content creators and create new content for your product and try to scale it further. For some of our clients that are doing really well, we can even private label them. Now, in the past, we have private labeled our product or ordered in bulk to a warehouse, and that really works well if you're looking to step up from dropshipping and actually build a brand, which is where the money's at. A lot of people get stuck on the dropshipping wave, but there's a lot of cons when it comes to dropshipping. You really want to try to build a brand and be an authority in your industry and not just have, a product that's gonna run for 2 to 3 months. You actually wanna try to build a brand out of it, put it on Amazon, order in bulk. But that's really later down the line. You guys should really just be focused on making your first sale. Best part is that you don't actually have risk in holding inventory and having a closet full of orders just sitting there. Now, if you're already scaling and you already are doing tons of orders per day, I would take in those next steps. Look into private labeling your product, ordering in bulk to a fulfillment warehouse, and taking your brand to that next level to get those 2-day shipping times and actually create a brand that your customers come back and love. Now, as for TikTok ads, it is super new, so I would copy the content from other creators, and the same strategy applies on Facebook. I would then order custom content if your product is working, to scale up from there. And you could also run Facebook retargeting. You could run both at the same time to see which one would work better. And if both don't work, then that probably means your product isn't good or your content isn't on point. Don't worry too much about your website. I found that usually the product or the content is the bottleneck in the situation. So try to change up the product if it's not working. If you really like the product, maybe try a different marketing angle with it with different content. And then if that doesn't work, then it's definitely the product, move on. Now remember guys, if you are seeing success, then I would truly recommend that you guys look into e-commerce further, see how you can build a brand and create a customer base that customers keep coming back to and they love. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end of the video. If you guys found that content valuable, smash the like button, comment below, subscribe, turn those notifications on. We're uploading every Friday here on this channel on more dropshipping, advanced e-commerce, and everything under the sun when it comes to that, so you guys can scale your brand. We can do it together. If you guys want, I do have a free training down below, so click the link in the description if you guys are looking for a more advanced process on all of this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.